Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and there is this class, the nullability info context class, but unfortunately it only has overrides for create on event info, field info, parameter info, and property info. That gives you a nullity info class back, and that tells you some of this stuff, but it doesn't really help for toString. I could change this so that this gives you back the right thing in terms of saying whether it's nullable or not. But there's also a part of me that just goes, I'm just not interested. I just am not. The other thing, though, I want to look at is, let's say if I did this. Okay, and I have a 6 here. And let's say we do a ref int name. Okay, we don't care about the values here. So that comes in like that. What happens when we do a 6? I'm guessing the ref does not show up. It will just be system GUID foo system.int 32. And it's not going to be a ref because you could do this. Now that's different. So that's why having a ref would be nice, because it is considered an overload. So let's see what this does. Well, one failed. Why did one fail? In 32 by ref. Well. I can take that. We take those. Because then it's telling you the type. The why it doesn't do system in 32, or it did system in 32 up here, why doesn't it do it down here? I don't know. I have no idea. But it makes sense because it has to tell you at least that information. And if it's scoped or not, I don't know. Again, here's the thing. I can always come back here and make this prettier if I'm okay with that. If I really want to do that. But this is already giving me a toString that's probably, I don't want to assume it's optimized, but it's going to give me something back that if I have to now pull out, like I said, like the name, the return, the parameters, whether they're nullable, it can get to be a mess. This is just a description for what I need. Okay. We got change member. So we do that now. Now we need to update passing the method signature. We also need update code that emits member identifier to only pass identifier. I don't know if I'm doing that. I think I did in an episode or two ago, but I'm not sure if I did that. Come on. So let's look for member. No. It's going to be, member identifier. Current project. Well, that's not really what I want. I want it to be global rocks member identifier. That's right. Global rocks member identifier. Let's find all. Because those are the ones that we're actually putting stuff in. Okay. So here we need to say, in this case, we changed it by removing the string. We never came back here and changed this for the rocks dot, what's property accessor? This would be a set. It doesn't matter as long as it's not an init. Or I'm sorry, as long as it's not a get. And then this would be a get. Okay, so these can just be the way they are, because those are the indexers, though we gotta fix up. Whoops. One too many commas. Set. Are you anticipating? Yep, but not quite. Close, but you're way off. No, not that. Property builder. Let's get that set. Those were within the parentheses. Oh, that did not have a parenthesis. Oops. That would have been catastrophic. Oh, and I left over here. Oops. That's right. And that's right. Okay, cool. Now, I don't want to update all the unit tests just yet. What I want to do is update all of the, or I want to run the integration tests. And the code generation tests to see if this is all okay. If that's okay, then I know I got to change some unit tests. But as I've said many times before, when I get down this path, I'm okay with that. So let's just see. Did I also write in my tests here? No, but I did. I just changed the tests that do the member identifier attribute tests. Well, that one doesn't. Oh, but what I should do here is create with value and property accessor. And this should just be create with value. We'll just say set. And then here we say property accessor, accept that. And now we need assert multiple again. And then we need this to be is equal to property accessor. And actually, you know what? We're going to do that up here. We're going to make sure that this is null. So now if we do both of these tests, I don't know why I put that metadata thing up there, but you know, cool. That passes. Okay, and then what I was trying to say here is a type extension test. We do have tests here for the identifiers to say get member description, that they are what we are expecting. And all right, let's rock. So I will do the whole shutdown startup again thing and see how far I get. Okay, I should have ran a unit test first. This is correct in that we should only be doing this now, but I never changed the exceptions, which isn't a big deal because those should still be fine, but that was the whole point of changing it to being the, so I got to change that, but all the integration tests are failing. So there's something else that's not correct. And I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. What about for properties? If I got a property with new, see, a lot of these tests that I have in here are when something is kind of really messed up, and I shouldn't say messed up, but like it's not obvious as to what it should do here. Like this is public, that's private, this is so what does this do? Okay, you failed pretty quick, which is okay. Why did you fail? So that's equals, that's get hash codes to string. Member identifier, global. That's fine. Property accessor, that should be fine. So I don't know what's the big deal here. So let's do a couple things first. We also have to change in verify. I don't know if I did that either. Give member description of the member identifier. Okay, that's what we want. This actually, we sort of want to grab and say, where do we do throw new global rocks .e? Let's do match case, match whole word, current project. Does that get us what we want? No, it does not. Throw new global. What are we throwing? Throw new global rocks. Throw new global. Maybe if I don't do whole. Oh, now you. Well, fine. This is what I want to find everywhere. And that's interesting. Because, yeah, if the string doesn't have, if the string still has a single quote in it, then we still have to escape it because we're trying to put that into a string itself. So that doesn't change. But again, okay with that. So what we want this to actually be now is instead of it being like get that here, that doesn't make any sense. What we want this to say is for this dot get type, get member description, and then in here we have the member identifier. And you know what? Because we know like that. Okay. So type extension tests. Well, yeah, but what I really wanted was this. I know this may seem a little weird, but the reason why is because we know it's going to always be embedded in a primary. Let's just do No, I don't. Marks. This is primarily used to add the member description into an exceptions message string. There. It's just like, well, why are you doing that? Because I'm doing this, and then that needs to be, that's why we're doing the replace there. If it shows up. For optional things, I think it would. Okay, let's get back to finding this. And then we want to say for that whole thing. Okay, so let's go back here. Mock property builder. This is in create. No handlers were found for, ooh. Well, what is value? This isn't a property, which makes sense. I think in this case it's okay because we were never doing anything with member identifiers for this stuff. This is building the setter, which we could always just say explicit type name here. And that's what's passed in. And then I think if it wasn't, it's just an empty string. And then the method name here is, you know, I'm not sure if I agree with this anymore. We have the member identifier being passed in. I'm thinking it should really be this and be consistent. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, God. Yeah. This in and of itself has to be an interpolated string when we emit it, because we want this to be like that. We want that to be emitted. Well, now, that just is great. Okay, so let's do our search again. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. So here, no. Not that. Well, no, that has to be that. Except it needs to be a double. Hold on. And then we're going to need to have this be a raw string literal. And then this needs to be pulled in like that. So then we're saying here that this, except now we don't need to do that. That can be a literal, okay, holy I almost said it. There, and now we need to have that. Holy God. Because we want to say this get type, get member description, and then get that when we throw it. That is some recursive metaprogramming. It's not really metaprogramming, but you know what I mean. Jeez Louise, that is just a mind bender. Ah! Oh my God, what are you doing? Where did you go? Where are you coming from? Cotton Eye Joe? I don't even know what's in my that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to have to be that, and then this is going to have to be this. And now we're saying throw that, except we no longer need to say this. Except what we want to do now is we want to say all of that goes away because of that, and then this. But that is that, no, like literally, oh, because I am passing that in. Am I? Okay, cool. And I'm wondering when I do this enough, yeah, now explicit type name isn't needed anymore. And I don't need that anymore. So that's cool. Now it's going to break something because it used to think that I needed the explicit type name, but I don't anymore. And I bet with the getter, once I break the world on this, and I do that, and then we come over here, we do that, and we no longer do this, and we no longer do that, except we're now taking all this away. We're doing that. Wow. I think I need a break already. Oh, I think I need a break already. You know, I think I'm going to do that because these are just a little tricky, and I'm going to stop here. Okay. What I'm going to do in the next episode is I'll start by either telling you that all the integration and CodeGen tests passed, and the tests, so everything was good, and then I can basically merge this in. I don't like ending it right here because I'm close, but I got to do some more code edits. You know what? No, I'm going to do the other code edits, and then I'll come back and we'll run the tests and see what happens. Oops. I forgot something. And that is, this now works in the sense that it compiles, and that's all good. Okay. So, like if we look at the string here, that's all good. And then that should match with that, and that's a interpolated string within. And then we do that, and we close. So it's all good. Except I forgot one thing. Get member description is an extension method. So now I would put up at the top of every one of my files, I'd have to have something like using rocks extensions, like that. Then that should work. But I'd also want to make very sure that that doesn't break the world. I bet that's what was wrong in some degree with all the integration tests, is that it didn't know what get member description was. So let's actually take this out. Well, actually keep this in. Where, if I come back, where do I do in here? What is this? What is this? Auto-generated. Auto. Should be only in one spot. What do we do with content here? We join it with a new line. Is that really what we're doing? Because we say auto-generate, nullable enable. Oh, and then we do a string empty because we put space in between. Now, do you put the using before the nullable enable, or the nullable enable before the using? Now it's going to say I don't need it, and it's redundant. But yeah, you can do that. Let's do that. Okay, so, and we only need to do it for the create case. The make case does not need this. Okay. So now we should have what we expect here. Let's see. And it fails. Why do you fail? Error type does not contain a definition for get member description. Oh, is it? Oh, God. Did I name it wrong? No, it's not exceptions, it's extensions. Get member description on a type. Oh, mother. Well, that's the summary. These are the remarks. Why did I change that? Ah. Oh, God. There. Okay. There. Okay. So now we can actually see it. So if I come back over to here. No, don't debug the... Sorry, I got interrupted by my son who's acting silly. Okay. So this passes now. So that's good. Now let's shut down and start up again and see if other things pass as expected. Okay, all the integration tests pass except one, but it was expected because it's this test for verify. And the member name was supposed to be now void set value. So that was fine. So on to the CodeGen tests. Oops, I just realized something, but this is good because this is why I run tests. Which is, I believe, this extern alias declaration. If I come back up here to the builder, this mock type alias length, that needs to content add range. Yes. So what we need to do is put this after this. So now we need to say content.add range of these two. And use our friendly collection expressions. There we go. Awesome. I believe that's what the problem is, because this is the way it used to always be. We just snuck this in here. But if you don't have aliases, then this will essentially be what's after this. So that should be cool. So I'm going to run these tests again and see if we, like, all my integration tests passed just fine. It's just these, and I think it's because of the alias. So I'm going to run them again and see if everything passes. Okay, that fixed it. All those pass. Now, my unit tests are going to fail because they don't match what is being emitted anymore, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'll go through and fix those, put an entry in the changelog, and then merge this in and consider this done. The next set of videos after this one, I'm going to see what it takes to get open generics supported in rocks. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.